Hey guys, what's going on? It is Dangeles, and welcome back to episode number 2 of the traditional house Let's Build with the brand new city texture pack with a bunch of new features to it. I'm excited to keep on working on this thing, guys. It's awesome to have such an improvement to the city texture pack, so today we're going to get started. One thing that I've done is I've configured my controls a little bit more, and I'm actually going to be using left on the D-pad to go through camera mode. And then I'm actually going to keep pick block on my push down on my left stick. The reason why is because I don't use the camera angles change as much as I would use pick block for the build, so I think it's better for it to be more accessible and actually like right on my thumb where I'm moving. So that's what I'm going to be going with. So I'm just going to grab some of the essentials right now for this particular build for this episode. But yeah, guys, welcome back. Let me just give you guys a couple of quick updates. First off, you might notice right away the roof is no longer really steep. I changed the roof. I was looking at this build and thinking about like how it's going to work long term in terms of like how it's going to connect to the back of the build and all that stuff, and I just really don't think that that super tall roof is going to fit this build. So I decided to scrap it, and I developed a new roof design. This roof design is actually kind of interesting. It's something I don't think I've ever done before, but basically it's like a double stacked roof. So you have kind of like layer number 1, which goes quartz stair, then a full block of white concrete, and then an upside down quartz stair, and then on top of that there's another set of quartz stairs in roof-like fashion. So when you look at it from a little bit far away, I think it actually looks really good, nice and detailed. I also actually widened this wall an extra 2 blocks just so it was a little bit better and made it maybe 1 block taller. And then over here, basically I just kind of added like this curved, not really curved, but just like a slanted part of the roof here. And you also might notice that the walls are actually no longer green concrete powder. They're actually just officially green concrete. The reason why I chose this is because the block was a little bit of a darker color, which I think was a little bit better. And because of the texture of it, it's just, I really actually kind of like that stone texture that the green concrete offers. So that's why I've decided to choose that block as the main material of the house as opposed to the regular green. And you can kind of see them side by side right here. As you can see, this one's a lot darker and has a little bit more of a texture to it, which I think looks better. So this is right here is what we got after episode 1, plus a couple of modifications off camera. But I think we have something that we can definitely work with. So let's go ahead and get started. And let's go ahead and place some black concrete blocks right here. I'm going to start to build a roof for the front porch here. And we're going to see kind of how this is going to come together. What I'm hoping is I'm going to use the white concrete and the black concrete to create some sort of design here. And I might ultimately actually continue the design I've built up here. I don't know if I'm going to. We'll kind of see how this comes together, and if it looks good, then we can go with this. So let's see. We have a couple of blocks right there. I'm thinking that I probably want to just kind of take this across inside of here to fill this in, and take this all the way to the wall, and then we can kind of detail from the inside. But yeah, guys, thanks for the support on part 1. I'm actually really looking forward to this just because I want to utilize some of the new features of the city texture pack and give you guys some inspiration on how to maybe use those features as well, because there's definitely some cool stuff now. Place some stairs there. On the other side here, I think I'm just gonna continue to get this green wool continued upward, and this is probably going to go all the way up to, you know, the point where there's going to be another wall here. I'm going to make sure that this roof part of this front porch doesn't go any higher than probably like right here. So maybe like 1 block taller. I just don't want it to interfere with these windows, like the lining of those windows. So ideally I would like to just take this back right here, all the way up against the wall, and probably continue this back as well until a point where it gets to the wall area as well. Kind of just take this green concrete. Another reason why I chose to switch it out for green concrete is because it's not affected by gravity, which can get a little annoying when you're building. So I think that'll just make the process a lot easier. I don't have to worry about, you know, placing and replacing and breaking blocks by accident and falling and all this nonsense. So that's something that I'm happy to avoid as well. Okay, so something like that, but then I want to kind of continue this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks going across here. So I'm wondering, since this is 3 and this is 3, maybe I take it like 2 blocks past in the back. That way it's not connected to the sidewall here, because I think that right there, that connection would look bad. We want to avoid that. But then it'll still kind of curve as well. I think that might look pretty decent. Even this, I honestly might even lower this block 1 block. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. But I definitely want the windows to be here. So there's going to be some windows in this spot. And also the entire roof here is going to continue across with the upside down stairs. So I have this space right here to add some windows. And I'm totally okay with having the windows go right up against the ground, so we can actually even open this up. Give us a big space to work with. So that whole space we can fill in with some windows. And hopefully it won't interfere too much with the lower level. But I think this will work just fine. So what I'm going to do now is just take this out maybe like 3 blocks away from the edge and start to add some windows. I think for the windows I'm going to do some concrete, jump 2 blocks, concrete, jump 2 blocks, concrete. Might even have this lined up with the door is below, so maybe that's not how I want to do this. Maybe we'll line it up with the door. So if the door is going to be right here, that means that this block's going to go there, and then this will be 2 blocks away from the edge instead of 3, which is totally fine. Move this one over as well, and start to curve that there. I think that'll work a little bit better. And what I can do right now is actually take this out 1 extra block here down the edge of the side. And I think that lines up with where I have the wall coming across. It looks like it does, so that's good. And I can start to kind of edge that off. So that way there's kind of like a nice spot there that's being opened. And then what I can also do is potentially add some sort of theme where, let's see, let's give this a try. I was thinking something like this. And then I could put some windows in there. It might look pretty good. Let's give it a shot. Place this here. Go on the other side. We're going to make sure that we have the sideways pillared courts, since I like those a little bit more than kind of just having it regular. And even with all these new blocks, I'm still using the pillared courts, which is, you know, something I've been doing forever. All right, and then as far as this here, I think I'm just going to fill those blocks in like this. There we go. And do some upside down stairs there as well. And that might be my window design. That's a little fancy, but honestly, I'm okay with fancy in terms of the windows. The fancier you can make the windows, the better, and I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so now that we have this part kind of filled in, I think this is looking really nice. What I think I might do, actually, just kind of looking at this, I think I'm going to move this pillared part of the build in 1 block towards the center, towards the door. I think that space there is just a little bit too wide, so I'm just going to push everything in 1 block, which I don't think is going to create any complications. You know, never say never, but I think this will work just fine. It'll be a seamless transition. So I'm just going to do the upside down stairs and the quartz slabs, then break open that middle part. And then what I've been doing is placing quartz stairs and slabs on the front and back of each one of the pillars. And then I'm going to break that there, kind of get that changed. And then I think I'm actually going to go ahead and pick block this, turn this into a cobblestone upside down stair. That'll work. So that doesn't complicate things too much. I think that's fine. So we'll do the same thing on the other side. I just wanted to move things in a little bit. It seemed a little bit too wide when I was looking at it, so it'll be a subtle change. Hopefully it'll be a change for the better. All right, so we'll break the middle pillar here, and then we got to recreate this pillar in 1 spot next to it. And then break this block. We're going to replace these stairs like this. Place the slab. We can keep that. And there we go. Let me take a step back and see if that looks better. Oh yeah, I forgot. We got to get rid of these cobblestone blocks on the side. All right, now let's take a step back and look at it. Slight change, but I think that looks good. And now, like, the cool thing about this is in between these pillars is actually like the little Dangeles anvils that I placed. So you kind of see those in between the pillars. I think that's kind of a cool feature, and it also creates, I think it just makes it a little bit, you know, cozier in there if that works out. I think that's good. I'm gonna go with that. Next thing I'm gonna do is actually place some stairs here. I'm gonna kind of have the run these through and place some slabs just to kind of mark that design a little bit better. And then what I think I'm gonna do in this space is grab some, well, at least 1 beacon. And I think I'm going to get some N-rods as well. I definitely want to use those. I use those quite a bit on the HDTV Dream Home Let's Build, which is the only Let's Build I've done since those came out on the city texture pack. So we're going to utilize those again. Just have a little light coming down. You don't really need the beacon, honestly. I can actually turn this into like any block I want. That's the thing about it. You know, I can make this a yellow block or, you know, whatever it needs to be. You know, I can actually do maybe, I don't know, like something cool with it. Maybe even like a black shulker box potentially as the little light there. You know, since the light itself is actually just the rods. So you could do something like that. I don't know. It's, you know, I can do whatever I want with it. I don't know if that's the the best way to go. If I could like keep it open, that would be kind of cool. I might switch that out with something else later, but maybe if I could place a chorus plant, that would literally be the perfect thing. Unfortunately, that's not a thing. That would be amazing. Can you place these if I like crouch? Nope. I wish. That would have been sweet. All right, so we'll just go with that for now. But that'll be our little front foyer there, front porch. Not too bad. So next thing I want to do is move on. We're going to come over here, and I'm going to start to create a new wall, and this is what I'm going to work on here for a little bit. So this one's not going to come out 3 blocks away from the door wall like the other part of the house does. This one's going to be a little bit closer, and because I want it to run straight through, disregarding the lining of the porch roof, so hopefully this will work out. What I'm going to do is actually take this up an extra block here and just create this whole thing. I don't know how far this is going to go down yet. It's just going to depend on how far the windows go, because I'm going to put a wall of windows here. So we'll figure that out. But that's pretty good. And as far as the windows are concerned, I think I probably want to have them go maybe 1 block away from the edge. You don't want to... I want to leave some space, right, just for the double stack on the interior. That's always, you know, the way to go. But I'll grab all the blocks I need, the stairs, the slabs, the quartz pillars, the concrete. Oh, of course, the glass. That's pretty important. All right, so let's see. I'm going to start by taking this up 4 blocks and running across. And I think I'm going to do the same thing I've been doing. It's just jump every other block for 2. And let's see. We have a window there, a window there. Let's do 3 sets, and we'll stop it right there. So these are going to be our high-level window designs, of course, without any detail. Let's put the glass in first, and then I'm going to take a step back and see where I need to place the dimensions of this wall, and maybe try to figure out like a roof design above this, because that would be pretty important. All right, as far as this is concerned, I'm going to put some stairs there, and I'm going to do some slabs, probably just on the outer ones like that. And of course we need our little quartz pillars going across. A little bit of detail won't hurt. Well, it'll help for sure. Okay, and then I'm going to do upside down stairs here, kind of add just like, you know, a little bit more texture to it. Unfortunately, I broke a block. That's not easy to replace. That's always the worst. Okay, let's take a step back and look at this as our window design there. Again, it's pretty similar to what we've been doing. Like, it's almost exactly the same as up there, which is what I want. And then above this, I'm going to do a lining of green. And then I'm thinking the green on the edge of this should probably go out maybe 3 blocks off the edge, and maybe that will be the corner of this. So everything to the left here is going to get scrapped. And ultimately, from here, which is not something we're going to be doing this episode, but the house is going to start turning back this way, and we'll figure that out a little bit later. But let's take a step back and look at this just to see the size that's kind of coming in. This house is going to be big. Of course it is. Of course it is. All right. This is 2 blocks away from the edge right here, so it starts to make me wonder if it would be better if that was symmetrical. I'm actually going to have to count this off because of a roof design later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So yeah, it would be wise if this was 15 in terms of the roof, because we always want, remember, we always want those odd numbers when it comes to the roof, and there's going to be an individual roof design up here at a later point, so got to make sure that we account for these things. All right, so this is pretty good. I'm going to take this up right here. Just because this window down here isn't necessarily symmetrical, doesn't mean it can't be. Like, I might actually just move this over 1 block later on. but I don't think I need to do that right now. All right, let's see. Let's take these blocks here. I'm gonna run this across and kind of figure out where this porch roof is gonna continue. I don't think I'm necessarily gonna have a pathway here, but I think it would just be smart to cover this up. And maybe this will look good. Maybe it won't. I don't know. But we're just figuring it out. We're still getting started. We're only on episode 2. I think we had a lot of troubles at the beginning of the of that house over there as well when we were just getting started. I'm telling you, it's all about momentum. Once you get that front wall built, then things start to make sense because you just kind of follow the patterns that you've placed for yourself. That right there actually isn't too bad. I think I might go with something like that because I do kind of like the slant of that the black part of the roof. I think that looks pretty good. And as far as the turn here, I think I'm going to continue this design with the upside down stairs and the upside down quartz slabs. I like that a lot actually, and continuing that from the pillar there. So we're gonna ignore the black concrete. So something like that looks pretty solid. I think we definitely need another one of these pillars though. We're probably gonna have to make it a little bit smaller. I don't know if it's gonna need 2 pillars, maybe just 1. Probably build it right here somewhere, right on the edge of the window. We gotta push this back a block. Maybe just have it go all the way up against the house to right here. Make this a 3 by. Actually, we'll leave one little space there. 3 by 2. Take this up and behind it, connect it to the roof, and place some stairs. This might work. This might work, guys. Let's take a step back and look at it again. Okay, so that design is mirroring this right here. It does look a little bit different because this one's obviously more protruded, as this one's kind of like along the edge of the line. Honestly, oops, I'm going right in front of blocks. Honestly, I think this looks pretty good. I think I'm gonna actually continue this down even further and have it go to like the point where there's going to be a connection to the garage, because I'm going to have a garage over here. I don't want this house to go too much further because then it's going to start getting like mansion size. I'm going to have to change the title to Let's Build a Mansion. But this is good so far. And then as far as up here is concerned, by the way, these windows are not symmetrical down here. There's 3 blocks away from the edge over here, or 2 blocks away over there, 3 blocks away from over here. So what I can do is just move this window over an extra block and then make the middle one 3. Which I will most likely do that. But you know what, let's do it right now so I actually have a good sense of what it looks like. I'm not going to leave this up for judgment. Let's just take a look. So everything is going to get moved over 1 block. And that means we're going to break this. We're going to replace these glass blocks. Put the slab back. Replace that. Place the 2 concrete blocks. And notice how we're not using any light gray wool anymore, guys. It might honestly get extinct. It might honestly be put into retirement. I'm thinking about maybe using it only as ceilings, honestly. Okay, so now we can place some slabs there actually, and that'll be our window design in here. 2 blocks away from the edge over here, 2 blocks away from the edge over there. That's good. And it's kind of getting covered up by the pillar a little bit, but that doesn't bother me a whole lot, honestly. I'm wondering if there should be like a pathway over here, maybe. Or something, maybe like a patio. I might honestly just kind of continue the cobblestone kind of trim all the way out, and maybe just have like a little patio out here. Not even put like a railing, just have like maybe some slabs or something that drops down. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. So up here, let's work on this for a little bit. This is going to be a much more narrow window. I think this one I'm going to probably make similar to this one over here. So in terms of its layout. So this, what is this right here? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. Take that up 4 blocks and run it across. We'll do the exact same thing. And have this go down in here. This will actually help the build a little bit. I'll show you guys right now. So what we have here is 2 blocks, and then yeah, this is definitely gonna help the build. We can make these black concrete. That'll look a little bit better, I think, kind of sticking out of the house. And then we're gonna place some stairs here. some of that, some of the slabs. And I think I'm just gonna like leave it simple like that. Only thing I could see adding would maybe some more upside down stairs here, and of course those pillared courts, which, you know, take a second to place, but it's worth it. Okay, we'll do that. Come back over here, replace those. There we go. Break that, and that'll be our little design in the middle. So that's pretty good. I can work with that for sure. And then what I want to do now is actually curve the roof around the corner here. Same thing on both sides, and start to create like the next part of this roof. So something similar to what we have over here. I'm not sure if it's going to be as tall. I wouldn't mind if it's the same height, but I would like it probably to be a little bit shorter in a perfect world. So what I think I'm going to do is start this thing inside a little bit more. So maybe 1 block away from the edge, I'm going to curve these blocks. So there's kind of 1 block separating those. And I might even make those windows a little bit taller even. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. But I think it's fine. Okay, and then what I think I'm going to do is start the ceiling design, or like the roof design for this, in a little bit more. So that's exactly what I'm doing. So right here. And the way I've been doing this was upside down stairs next to concrete. Is this concrete or white wool? It looks like concrete to me. So we'll see how far this goes in, if it's going to rival the height of this other roof. We're just going to have to find out. It's going to start from right here. It's going to go only 1 block tall instead of 2. We just got to make our way to the middle. So that's going to be the height of this. I think it might actually be the same as the other roof. I think it's the same. It might be 1 block shorter. It might be 1 block taller, actually. This block... Oh, yeah, it's actually... I can't tell. No, yeah, it's the same height. It's the same height because that block would get broken right there. Okay, that's fine. I was hoping that it would be 1 block shorter. Maybe I should move it in even 1 block further. Yeah, I think that's probably better. I would like it to be a little bit shorter, because there's something about making roof designs the same height that bothers me for some reason. I don't know why. Just always, I like to have a little bit of... It makes it look a little bit like unnecessarily symmetrical. Sometimes with symmetry, in my eyes, symmetry should be about, you know, lining up windows and lining up doors with each other, not about like making one house look the same as the other side, if that makes sense. All right, so we'll just move that in an extra block there. That won't hurt anybody. I'm gonna place some of the stairs upside down. This is what we're gonna finish up with today, guys. Close out this episode number 2. I don't know how long this series is going to be, guys. You know, the bigger the mansion grows with me adding more stuff, you know, the longer it's going to be. But I'm honestly fine with building like a magnificent house again, because I like building stuff like this. You know, medium-sized mansions, you know, not quite Alpine mansion sized, but, you know, small enough to where, you know, you can build it in, you know, a couple weeks and it comes out real nice. That's the kind of stuff I like to build. So I'm totally okay with making this a little bit of a longer series. All right, so let's see. So yeah, now that's officially shorter. It's not like, it's only 1 block shorter, but that's better than it being the exact same height in my eyes. So that's good. What I'm going to do is get the rest of this filled in with some green wool. Or not green wool. This is not green wool. This is green concrete. Way better than green wool. I don't think I'm going to add a window there just so it's a little bit different than that side. I might make this part taller, possibly. I don't know how exactly I would do that. I was thinking maybe something like that. That might not look very good. I don't know. Have this run across to here instead, and then turn. Something like that actually might look pretty decent. And there's definitely a little bit of a green sliver still, you know, kind of connecting through to the point where I think that looks pretty solid. And then this space right here, I can either add some Dangeles anvils. I honestly might even sneak in some windows, possibly. Like, kind of like what I did up here. You know, kind of have the slab window where it's going to be two blocks, but it looks like it's only 1 spot. I like those kind of windows. Might be able to sneak some of those in. We can find a way to fit those into the floor plan. If they don't fit into the floor plan, I can get rid of them, but maybe they can be just like little windows on the master bedroom. That might honestly be the master bedroom right there. Just kind of the way it's set up. Something like that. I still think I want to add something else to this. Maybe even some Dangeles anvils. I don't know. Something to make it pop a little bit more. Kind of have some green run across here maybe. Kind of create some shape. Maybe even curve it. I'm not sure what this is going to be. Nah, I don't like that. I think it looks a little bit better just right as the square in the corner. Alright, so let's take a step back and look at this. Let's see what we've done. Wow. This thing is coming together, I think. I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. But that's going to wrap it up for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode of the Let's Build. Gonna be just keep on working on this thing. Try to create a cool design. Continue to work on the roof. Continue to get the front of the house figured out. We're going to get the whole front of the house figured out. I'm going to start working on floor plan probably episode 4. Because obviously I don't start any of the sides of the house before I have a full floor plan put in. It's just how I do things when it comes to creating the design. So let's go ahead and turn this around the corner here just to kind of get a little bit of an idea of how this roof is going to come in. I am going to keep the black concrete as the roof because I think it just looks better. And I gotta say, I think this is looking pretty cool. I like this so far. One thing I am going to do later though is I'm going to have another like point of the roof come up through here just so like that isn't the top of the roof. That's not the top of the roof. It's going to go up even a little bit further, a little bit taller. But through 2 episodes, not too shabby. So thank you guys for watching. It's been Dangeles. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. I'm going to have to get used to my new camera mode swap. That's going to take some time, but we'll get used to it. So anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the first 2 parts of this. Let me know what you guys are thinking so far. I'll come back to you guys episode 3. We'll continue to work on the front of this house, try to get the whole front of the house figured out, and we'll go from there. So thanks for watching, everybody. It's been Dangeles. Drop a like if you did enjoy it, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace out.